What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Clevver's True Showmance. I'm your girl, Jocelyn Davis. And in case you missed the memo, this season, it is all about 13 reasons why Season 2, if you're like us at Clevver, you have already binge watched and you are ready to get down to business. And today we are going to be zeroing in on some of the dating relationships that completely shocked us. And lucky for all of you, no, I'm not alone. That would be very boring. I am joined by my ladies. I have got Drew and Lils in studio.
Hello. Guys, and before we begin, we do want to throw out there that we are not mental health experts, nor are we encouraging anyone to watch the show that maybe wouldn't appreciate it the same way some other people might. Yeah. It does have a lot of very graphic and triggering moments in it, so watch with discretion. But also, we want to throw out there that if you or anyone you know is dealing with anything, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. The number is on screen right now. It's 1-800-273-8255.
Yes.
Also, you guys, heads up, this is going to be a lot of spoilers in this video, so spoiler alert.
Yes, this is for all of you out there watching who have already binged with us and are like looking for a friend to discuss everything that has happened, because so much happened. And right now I think is the perfect point before we jump into all these relationships to talk about our character map that Lily created. I would love to throw this character map up on screen right now, because this is essentially the map you need to decipher what's going on. We have a linked in the info section so that you guys can join the convo. But ladies, let's just jump in. There was a lot of relationships happening this season.
Like, jump into what?
You're sweating.
Like, I am sweating. There was too much to deal with.
Well, let's start from the beginning. Sky and Clay.
Yes. This, I think of all the things on here, was the least surprising for me.
Okay.
I kind of forgot about it, so as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, but I felt like they did leave it open last season for that to be a future possibility. Okay. But it was weird, like, it seemed like they were very serious, though. Like, 5 months had gone by, and like they're in a committed relationship.
Yeah, I didn't like them. I just didn't like them. I didn't think that they insinuated it with the first season that it was about to happen. So I was like, what?
It caught you by surprise.
It caught me by surprise. And then also I just didn't like, I thought it was too soon.
It was.
I like Sky ended up being a great girl. She was very sweet, but I was just like, this is unnecessary. Can we get to the court stuff?
Clay, you know that you're not ready for a relationship, much less with someone that's like a little outside your comfort zone. So like, don't screw her over.
It was a distraction.
Yeah.
And it had just progressed so quickly. Not that you can't fall deeply in love in 5 months. I think that's totally possible. But after maybe the catastrophe that had occurred just brought them together that much faster.
Yeah,
but it seemed
and
like really fast.
Well, because also it doesn't seem like Clay had like a bunch of friends.
True.
So it's like even like the season 1, it was like he and Hannah were friends, and that was like why they got so close. So like he, I guess, probably didn't have anyone to confide in, so that maybe escalated the relationship.
Yeah.
It just seemed like it was kind of like a forced, like, I don't know. It didn't seem like he ever really liked her. It was like she was just like filling space for him.
He has
And it was
hero
sad. I felt bad for her.
Yeah, same. And I think she is a good person. I think
Yeah,
she's good
she
at it.
is.
I would
Really
love to
nice.
see more of what's going on with Sky right now. Okay, moving on to our next couple that a lot of people found very surprising. Hannah and Zach. Hannah and Zach!
First of all, Zach is hot.
I agree.
Zach is
I
an
totally
epic
same page.
babe.
That was what I was thinking the entire time. I was
Yep.
like, he seems like such a nice boyfriend.
Look at this, it's like a Titanic picture.
Oh, they
Like,
were so
come
cute. He's
on.
so like tall and buff, and they were just like cute and would like talk on the docks and like share their. It was great. I actually really loved this relationship, but I was a little like, when did this happen? Like, this was supposed to be the summer before school.
Yeah.
How did they meet?
It's
Like
not
at a
wasn't
party or
very
something?
clear.
I don't know. It just seemed like it. Did this happen before or after him taking away her compliments in the class?
I think this happened before, and she just left that out completely.
That seems weird, though. That's what pissed me off. It was like, I love that this relationship happened. I thought it seemed very real and authentic, and they portrayed it great. But then I was like, well, so you just left that out of the tape? Like, everything else she said in the tapes, she was like putting it all out there.
Right.
It seems a little weird that Zach, she would just leave out that he like took her virginity, she took his virginity, and then they like
seems like a
dated
big
for 3
deal.
months, and she was just like, you threw away my compliments. No, that wasn't what the tape would be about. It'd be like, you disappointed me after I thought you were the one person that wouldn't.
Exactly. And that gets back to something we discussed in another episode of True Showmance, which is all of the Showmance, which is kind of like some of the holes in the plot. Even so, like Zach, you're a babe. So glad that you stayed on this show. He was also, the actor who plays Zach, was also on Riverdale.
I
They
knew,
had to make a choice
And
of
then
which show to be on.
So they recast him in Riverdale.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, moving along. Look at you, you're just so sought after in Hollywood. Let's talk about Bryce and Chloe. I know you have opinions about Chloe.
I'm I don't like either one of them.
No.
I felt she was misunderstood.
She was, I know,
Not
I think
misunderstood. She was just like
awful.
challenged.
I'm sorry. Like, I sympathize with her, and I understand that would be really hard to find out that your boyfriend raped you. Obviously, that's terrible. But when it got to the point where,
It's crazy.
I mean, it's horrible. But like when she talked to Jess, and it seemed like she was gonna help them out and get Bryce convicted, and then she goes on the stand, and then as if she was like. She just didn't. She let them down and then still stood by him. I'm sorry. I was so passionate about that. That made me so mad.
No, I'll say that it was a similar situation though with like Monty. I mean, he clearly scum of the earth. Like, he's a sociopath and has no feelings. But that it was the same situation with her and him that they were like, my life is over without Bryce. So they were literally willing to do anything. So I thought that it was like, that does happen to some people, is that they like very much get wrapped up in it.
Yeah.
But
and also she's pregnant.
And she's pregnant.
Sorry,
like,
spoiler alert.
I hated that they threw that in there because that was just a setup for next season. It was like, oh, here's a B plot that they'll throw in, and
or maybe
like, got to touch on teen pregnancy too.
But that could have been a reason to justify why she didn't want to turn
it.
him in, which is a horrible reason.
Would you want to more?
Wouldn't you want him to be in jail so he doesn't do that to anyone else? Like it just makes
that
me so
one
mad.
just opens up a whole can of worms.
It's
but it was
crazy.
like,
do we think, and Joss, you can ask
Yep.
this, do we think she found out she was pregnant right
Oh,
before?
right. When do you guys think, though, that she found out she was pregnant? Do you think it was like right before she went into court? Or
honestly, I had no clue until she spit it out. There was no like, I
when
didn't
do you
catch
think
any
she found
foreshadowing though. I'm asking.
Yeah.
There was nothing besides when she tells her.
I think it was before she testified.
Because otherwise, why?
Because why else would you not?
That
turn
has
him
to be
in?
the explanation.
Yeah, it has to be. Because why else would we then find out she's pregnant? Like
I don't know. I could also do an entire episode just on all the cringy stuff that he said. Like,
yes.
to her, to oh my god, even to his mom, all of it.
The scene to his mom.
Like, slap him 5 more times.
He's
Are you
just such a
kidding?
sociopath.
It's really hot.
Horrible.
And it's
like
crazy.
made me.
It's crazy that they're all teenagers because watching this as an adult, I'm like, oh, this is like adult problems. No, teenagers are dealing with this stuff too.
I do like that one thing about the show is that everyone has a problem, but also everyone has caused some problems.
Yeah.
It shows that everyone has
flaws.
all of it.
Basically.
Yep.
Okay, so let's talk about, and this is very multifaceted, Jess and Alex versus Jess and Justin.
Don't do that to me.
Okay, well, Justin, I just think is so hot. Did you know he's dating Sam Smith?
I found that out
Because I was like, oh my god, he's so hot. And I was like, oh, he's gay. Oh, that's Sam Smith. And then it was an emotional roller coaster because I was happy and then I was sad and then I was happy again.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Their families have met. They take a lot of cute pictures together.
That's
I highly
adorable.
recommend going and checking out Instagram. Sorry, we don't have assets on the screen.
But the character he plays.
Anyway, back to that.
Justin.
The heroin addict. Yes.
Yes, Justin.
Also, by the way, I feel like now would be a really good point. We actually have a clip to show you guys of Jess and Justin. I'll let you guys be the judge. Take a look.
She doesn't care about any of it, and then I would just be like, I really want to see this person. So we would usually.
But
go
we have
early.
similar tastes, me and you. We went early every day because there's people. Okay, so after watching that, it's like, who does she want to be with?
Okay, I was very
going on
caught
here?
off guard by this scene.
Oh no, that's my favorite. Okay, you go first because I thought it was so important.
I understand why it's important.
Your nostrils are flaring.
I know. Drew is very passionate. I thought it was just random because it seemed like her and Alex were literally in the dance 10 minutes earlier, making out and being so happy. And what's his name was watching from afar, just being like, oh,
I'm so sad.
my life is over. And then 10 minutes later, it's like, no, it's not. And then they start hooking up. But I did like it because I also watched the after show and she talks about it a little too. That basically she said he tells her that she looks beautiful and she finally is able to be like, I do feel beautiful, and that's why she did it. It wasn't a malicious thing towards Alex, which that's what I was hanging on to. I just felt so bad for him. I was like, he's been through enough. He can't handle this too. What if he finds out? I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it.
I don't think it was malicious at all. I think Justin.
But it's still gonna hurt someone's feelings.
It's gonna hurt someone's feelings, but Justin had just divulged a lot of information to Jess, and then they had that connection moment, and then it was such a big deal for Jess to finally be comfortable again with a guy, and of all guys, Justin, because Justin was the one.
I literally have have
Bryce
goosebumps.
You know what I mean? So it was like that
Yeah.
was I almost cried. I'm
And
so
I think
lame.
like her
Well,
and
and
Alex
they-
had already been through so much. It's like time for her to move forward with someone who's also been through a lot, but not like with her the whole time in the same way, and like they can understand each other.
And also, they they didn't have sex, I don't think, while they were together. Wasn't the whole thing that they were going to for the first time
Oh.
that night that then Bryce raped her?
I didn't know that.
Because she was like falling asleep or something while they were hooking up. So then he like
That's
left.
right.
But they
You
were
think they
supposed
never
to.
did?
So I think that was the first time they had sex.
Okay. Which
Wow.
makes it even. Oh my god.
It was
cry
a big
again.
moment. It was just all I could think about was Alex.
Okay, so
He's in the dance, has no idea.
who do we want her to be with?
Well,
This you want Alex?
no, Justin. But I just feel bad for Alex.
I had a hard time letting it be Justin just because of what happened in season 1, but I learned to love Justin so much, and now I want her to be.
It felt like the Alex relationship was very much the two of them were sad and using their friendship as a crutch, where they just happened to then escalate to the next level because they had no one else. But I feel like she has something with Justin.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about two other people in a relationship that definitely surprised me or I didn't see coming. Tony and Caleb.
Oh, I loved it.
Tony and
cute.
Caleb.
I just want
really
Tony to
like
be
them.
happy.
I know, right?
Yeah, he's been through a lot.
And he seems very angry inside.
Yeah.
He needs some happiness.
I mean, look at this adorable photo of the two of them, just consoling after the
cute.
car being totally shattered in the window.
I will say though, if I had $1 for every time I've seen a scene of a guy like getting really heated, that the other guy like holds him to like calm him down, I'm
Yeah.
like, is that necessary? Can't we just get to like
That's
the
what they
sweet moment
do.
already? It doesn't have to be
guess
like,
that's-
I'm gonna punch you in the face first.
But I also have to point out that this is the point in the show when finally Selena Gomez's song played.
Oh.
I don't remember that at all.
No.
Is that wrong?
Take that out. Yeah, it was in
I-
Justin's, because it's back to you. So it's
Oh,
when she
it's-
got back with
Oh,
Justin.
we
never
already
mind.
moved past it.
Justin just
Crap.
like Justin Bieber.
Oh, well, I'll
We'll
point that
take
out at the
that
end.
out.
Okay.
Oh.
Never mind. All right.
Wait, but one more thing about
Yes.
Tony and Caleb. I thought their relationship was so important because it was a fresh portrayal of a gay couple on TV where
Totally
it's not
agree.
stereotypical. You know what I mean? It's not like usually it's like one's like feminine or like whatever, and it's like no, gay guys come in all different
sizes,
shapes,
ages,
sizes,
Packages, one might say.
personalities. You know, and I
all
love that they
different
did that.
packages, Lily
No
says.
pun intended.
You know, we had a
It
real
was
little
intended.
comedy. Okay, let's talk about Tyler and Mackenzie.
Okay,
Briefly.
I thought this was very important because it showed there was definitely a different side to Tyler that everyone didn't see, which is why I thought it was strange that the writers and producers in the after show were saying that they felt like
He had
everyone
no
had like written him
humanity.
off and he had no humanity, and they needed the rape scene in episode 13 to like rehumanize him and get people to feel sympathy for him. And I don't know, I felt like I saw like, yeah, he had some creepy moments, but I felt like at his core he seemed like he was a sweet guy.
Misunderstood.
And very misunderstood, and she seemed like she understood him, and then he had some moments, and it was just so sad. Their movie theater scene.
I was just about to bring that
Oh,
up.
that just broke him.
I crawled into a hole and died. It was I felt so bad for him.
It was just so you could feel the secondhand embarrassment so strongly.
so
Which
bad.
high schoolers and also adults go through all
And
the
so
time.
that was something that I did think was well done. That was like a quick little moment of like, hey, don't feel bad if this happens. It
Right.
happens to other
It
people.
happens.
But it wasn't like, by the way, teen pregnancy. Like
Yeah.
they were able to sprinkle it in, and it felt like real and
Organic.
fine, and it wasn't like, oh my God, why did they put this here too?
Yeah.
Now, speaking of things that popped into the storyline that people were not expecting, Hannah the Ghost and Clay. Let's talk about their relationship because there were not many trailers that came out before the season kicked off. We didn't get to see hardly anything, and none of us knew how she would be portrayed or how much we were going to see her, but she's a ghost.
What's the movie with? Is it?
Susie Q?
Ghost? The movie Ghost? What
No.
a great film.
Oh, okay.
What a
We were
great
both
film.
on two different.
Are you
different
serious
planes.
when they're making the potter's
Yes,
clay?
yes, I was like, that is what I thought that
Oh.
this was going to turn into. Susie Q. I guess they do have a relationship, so
yeah.
that's.
Whoopi
a good
Goldberg
thing.
is in
Hey,
Ghost.
there you
What a
go.
great film. Such a great film. So what did you guys think about this relationship? Would you like to see more? Would you like to see them like actually tonguing each other?
One of the first lines they had was him going, "Can I touch you?" And she goes, "That feels like a loaded question." I'm like, okay.
So is it a
what
yes
they
or a
do.
no?
So like the joke has, or the ghost has a sense of humor.
Ghosts have rules. I think they're not allowed to. They can't answer certain questions and they can't touch you.
But they can't, like, if they
in the
did,
handbook.
they never did touch, right? I didn't miss that.
Well, they
don't
definitely
think-
never kissed, which I was very disappointed.
But like,
about.
Yeah.
like if they had touched, would it have been like a hand through the face?
She
or
might
what?
have
don't know.
disappeared if they had touched, and then that would have
Oh,
been
she would have
so
broken the ghost
devastating.
rules and then.
Uh huh. You guys, it gives a whole new meaning to the word ghosting.
Oh, it
I was
does.
sitting on it. I was sitting on it
Girl.
for like 3 minutes.
Give me a high five.
I thought you were going to
Love.
say since this weekend. I was like, I believe it.
Oh my gosh, we could literally talk about these couples, talk about this show until the end of time.
Are we skipping one of the most
Wait,
important
what
ones?
couple do you
What?
want to
What
talk
couple?
about?
Bryce and Hannah?
Oh, do they count as a couple though?
I mean, that was what tripped me out is because it was all coming, you're used to only hearing it from Hannah's perspective.
True.
So then you hear it from Bryce's perspective, and he paints this picture that they had a relationship. I assume it was all lies, and he was just trying to like humanize himself in the court. But it like showed all this stuff, and even when someone else was talking about it, when she was in the clubhouse with him, that was a voluntary thing that like they were hooking up.
Well,
So
no,
like,
remember, it wasn't a volunteer. It was voluntary that she was there in the picture, but then when he started making out with her, she was like, whoa. Because in his flashback, she wanted to, but in her...
oh, yeah. Well, and that was the confusing part, is there were so many different perspective kind of flashbacks that it was hard to tell what was real. But that was the one that I was sitting there, I was like, this didn't happen, right? Like, and then there was no Hannah to tell the story, so you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know. Ghost rules. Yet
Ghost
again.
rules. Ghost rules.
You
What is
guys, we want you to join the conversation. We want to hear from you in the comment section. Hit the comment section. Let us know which couple, which duo was most shocking to you, who you never saw coming, and also like what you're loving most. And be sure to keep tuning into True Showmance. We're going to be breaking down literally everything you could ever imagine from 13 Reasons Why, and probably some stuff maybe you didn't even know you wanted to talk about. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me for this in-depth
Thank you for
chat.
having
Thank
us.
Also, subscribe, please.
Oh, that would be
Please.
nice.
Yeah.
Please.
Yep.
Do all the things.
Anyways, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye. Ta-ta for now. Woo! But you guys, there's so much to talk about, so you know we're not done. You gotta click right over here to find out why season 2 was kind of a disappointment. I wasn't really feeling it, but some things I did like. So subscribe and watch that right there. You might want to. Click it. Did you do it yet?